What are you talking about?
They say I'm the prince who's very much like you. You know what you should have done. After you took advantage of Princess Linglong's trust. You should not have stopped at killing her and her army. You should have been more heartless and had her son killed as well. Isn't that rooting out any future trouble? Like you've always said. Well, it looks like you were right. You were so right.
You have gone mad. Who has been feeding you lies instructed to do this? Oh!
You've already won. What's the point of all these questions? Just charge me whatever way you want. I no longer care. Factional conflict, plotting to stage a revolt, treason, I'll admit to all of it. But if I still even matter to you as a son, I do have one question for you that you have to answer yourself. Is my mother concubine Shang? Or is it the Hua tribe's Princess Linglong?
Your Majesty. Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, this will be the last time that we can speak with each other. Will you still keep depriving the truth from me?
Linglong and I knew each other. It was she who led the army of the Hua tribe to help me ascend to the throne. But that woman was too smart. And far too obstinate. She was a constant danger. And as long as she and her people were around, every secret of the kingdom would have been exposed. They were threats. No different from termites. What does one do with pests? You eradicate them. If such a threat would have happened to you, if you had reigned on the land, you would have done the very same thing I did. Would you not? Huh?
Do you not even feel remorse for what you've done to her?
I cannot. Not while I am Emperor. When a pawn becomes useless, and it is time to discard it, must the chess player feel reluctant to part with it? Huh?
What does that make me? What am I then? Just another liability that your pawn gave birth to? Oh.
Now I see. Son, the Hua tribe was already destroyed long before I took the throne. Jingwan, you have nothing to do with them, you hear me? Your mother was concubine Shang, all right? You're my son! Prince Yu has committed a capital offense. Keep him in solitary confinement. And no one must be allowed to see him!
Yes, Your Majesty!
Jingwan failed them. They caught him. Mother, I beg you, do something to help him. Save his life. How can I save him now? I can't even save myself. Jingwan insisted on leading an army to Mount Jiwon himself, now that he's captured. He will be proven guilty of attempting to seize the throne. He'll be executed. And I will be too. Just for being his mother. But Mother, Jingwan is His Majesty's most favored son after all. He would not have his most favored son executed now, would he? Would he, Mother? Wasn't Prince Qi the Emperor's favorite son as well? But he had him executed.
The rebel Qingli army has about 15,000 casualties. Those who have either surrendered or were captured have reached 20,000. They are now being held at the foot of the mountain. The officers are in separate cells, awaiting interrogation.
They all took part in this, and rebellion is a capital offense, whether they surrendered or were captured. Have them all executed.
The officers should be interrogated and sentenced, but the soldiers were just following orders. They did not know about this. I beg you, spare all the soldiers.
And why should I spare them? Those rebels have waged war against me and my soldiers. If I pardon them for this crime, how will I be feared by anyone? And their death penalty does not extend to their families. That in itself is generous enough.
Shu Wenmo forged a tally to acquire those troops. This shows the unreliability of those in charge. That's not the average soldier's fault. Also, Prince Yu must have given them a good excuse that we do not know of. Unless we start questioning the officers, if they really intended to rebel against Your Majesty. If you had those soldiers executed, it would tarnish the imperial family's image. Spare them, Your Majesty.
Please reconsider, Your Majesty.
What you've said is reasonable enough. You may rise. You may rise.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Since that is the case, the death penalty is waived for now. And you will still have to capture the soldiers who escaped. It is disgraceful enough that Prince Yu has committed this grievous crime. And until now, we have not received word from the capital So I assume that the Empress has taken control there. I'm sure she knows about all this.
Your Majesty, you have your Imperial Guards there. I know they would never betray Your Majesty. They would not be made aware of this. If you'd allow me to return, I will help Your Majesty take control of the capital again.
I was thinking of the same thing. Commander, gather 100,000 soldiers, take them with you, and head back there.
At once.
Then confiscate the Empress's royal seal and place her under house arrest. I'll deal with her when I return to the capital.
Yes, Your Majesty.
When I first heard that something happened at Mount Jiwan, I was so terrified. I feared that you would be hurt. And then I realized that with you taking charge of securing this area, the ones who should be scared are Shajang and Prince Yu's soldiers.
The truth is I did not provoke that battle. Still, their attempt has finally cleared Jingyang's name. So all is well.
With Qin Ping and Failure by your side, I should not have worried. Was that girl badly injured?
Quite badly.
Does she look after you as well?
Yes. She's a subordinate.
Oh?
But I didn't order her here. I was not even aware that she disguised herself as a guard. I just found that out later.
To have a subordinate like her is quite convenient. After all, Qin Ping and Failure are both men. They accomplish your orders. But to look after your needs, you'd require a meticulous woman for that. It's understandable.
She was not looking after me. She disguised herself as a man and stood outside my tent, as a guard.
That's all?
Yes.
All right. Then I shall make it to my personal responsibility to assign your guards.
Chanying,
Your Highness,
it's late. Why aren't you asleep?
there are still rebels out there. It's best to stay cautious.
Has everyone been transferred here?
Yes,
And Master Su?
he's at the East Wing chamber.
He must be resting now.
After these past few days, he would be tired. Does Your Highness wish to talk to him at this time?
Chanying, send my orders to our men. Tighten the security on the prisoners and increase all efforts to find Hu Yao. Once he's captured, inform me at once.
Yes, sir. Your Highness, Hu Yao has just been captured.
Well done. Keep him in a separate cell. Don't torture him. I want him back at the capital alive and well.
Yes, Your Highness. It's our own soldiers who will take turns to guard him, so do not worry.
Has he said anything?
He keeps insisting that Prince Yu has deceived him. He thought it was Prince Jing who's plotting a revolt.
It appears he no longer wants to protect Prince Yu from this.
He will not want to lose his life for him. Oh yes. Father gave me a chance to read Shajang's testimony.
I assume His Majesty did not believe a word of what Shajang confessed.
Nonetheless, I read it. Most of what he wrote were true, and he did not make idle claims. Although there's one claim that stood out, which I find quite interesting as well, since he claims you're an old friend of the late Prince Ji. Of course, without proof. That sort of claim would make people think that he's getting desperate to have made something like that up.
He didn't make that up. I told him that myself.
Why'd you tell him that?
Prince Chi has always been a thorn on Xiaozhang's side, and Xiaozhang knows very well how close you were to Prince Chi. That's why I told him that I was a good friend of Prince Chi. When he detained me then, it was meant to unsettle him, to make him commit more mistakes.
Yes, I see.
That's it! Lower the cage! Be careful, he bites! Keep it steady, be careful! All right.
Your Highness! Your Highness! We captured him! Your Highness, we finally captured him.
I already know you've captured Hu Yao. Chanyang told me.
Not him. Not Hu Yao. The monster! We've captured the monster!
Congratulations, then. After more than a year, you caught him.
Your Highness, wait! You know, that monster looks almost human, but he sure behaves like a savage beast. Don't you want to take a look at it?
I would like to take a look at it. May I be allowed to see it, Your Highness?
Yes, of course.
Come on, Master Su.
I'll go with them.
Great.
Chief, just be careful. He's quite ferocious. Don't get too close.
Master Su, don't
stay
go
back.
near it!
What's going on?
Your Highness, Master Su's over there.
Don't be afraid. I'm not going to hurt you. Would you please look at me? I just want to see your face. Come on. I understand. I know how you feel. Don't you worry. Everything's going to be fine. While I'm here, everything's going to be fine. Just trust me.
Master Su, his eyes have turned red. Get him away from there. He's thirsting for blood. His eyes turned red and he wants blood. He's going to rip you apart.
If he wanted to hurt me, he would have already done so. Yet he has been holding back. He does not wish to harm me. Open the cage.
Why would you do that?
But
I told you to open the cage.
we just... Your Highness?
Your Highness, please let me take care of this man. If you do not allow him here, I will look after him in a far tent.
Since you're sure he will not cause harm, I'll allow you to keep him. Just take extra caution.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Unlock it.
Yes, Your Highness.
Chief,
Step aside. Come with me. Come.
Your Highness, Master Su did not say much to the herring man. He just kept comforting him and gave him some pills to take. The wild man is much calmer now. Master Su has also asked for a wooden tub and some hot water to give him a bath.
so why is Master Su suddenly attached to that hairy man?
Also, Your Highness, I think he also gave that wild man some of his blood.
What? He gave his own blood to drink?
I suppose so. I did not really look.
Your Highness! Your Highness, you will not believe this. Even I still can't. Your Highness, its actual color is white.
What's colored white?
Why, the monster. I mean, the wild man. It was only after his bath that we all found out that he has white fur. It was only because he was so grimy that we thought his fur was all brown.
Jimong, why must you tell His Highness all those trivial matters?
Doesn't His Highness want to know about that?
His Highness is not interested in such things. You're dismissed.
Fine, if you don't want to hear it, then I'll tell someone else.
Here, Chief.
Take another pill.
Master Su.
My lady.
I'm sorry. I was just worried about what happened today, so I had to come. Do not worry. No one saw me come in. Your brother Niefeng?
Brother Nifeng. You did not die after all. It's me, Lin Shu. I am Lin Shu. No, Brother Nia! Your Highness.
Well, Master Su, shouldn't you be looking after your new ward? How did you find the time to come here? Why must you do that? There's no need for it. Come on, get up.
I have a bold request to ask, and I hope Your Highness will help me.
If I can, then of course I will. Now stand up.
I would like to ask the noble consort to treat a patient for me.
That wild man you have?
Yes, Your Highness.
Shouldn't a male physician be more appropriate for him?
At the moment, only Her Highness can treat his condition.
It's already quite late. Tomorrow, I shall ask my mother about it, but I cannot say if she'll agree to it.
Thank you, Your Highness.
A wild man with white fur?
Yes.
All right then. Wait right here. I'll get my medical kit.
Your Highness, is his condition that bad? How serious is it?
He's fortunate. His toxins are less than a third of the lethal dose. Each acupuncture treatment will suppress the toxins for 2 months at the most. The poison of the bitter flame is the most vicious of all poisons. And he has been poisoned for a very long time. With my medical knowledge, I cannot cure him.
I understand. Please administer the acupuncture.
Chief. Failure. Is that the same homing pigeon I just released outside? That is the chief's message for young Master Lin Chen. Give it back here! Hey, Failure! Give it back right now! Hey, stop it! The chief needs young Master Lin to come over here! He doesn't have the time to play with you! Don't you see that he's busy? Don't you dare! If you kill that pigeon, I'll tell the chief. You'll be scolded. Great. Good boy. I'd better keep you company before you snatch the pigeon again.
It is done.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Physicians have a duty to save lives. There's no need to thank me.
Come.
You must know someone who can counter this poison.
Yes, I already wrote to him. It's just that he lives far away. We would have to wait for some time.
If the patient's condition recurs before he arrives, please let me know then.
Thank you, Your Highness.
I was so focused on treating the patient, I forgot you were here.
Mother and Master Su do not appear to have just met.
Look at you. You have to investigate everything.
Only because you won't tell me.
Master Su is the son of an old friend, Jingyan. I did not know it at first. It is by some fortunate coincidence that we have met each other again.
An old friend?
Right. An old friend. During that time, I was still a young girl, when my master and I were threatened by some local country physicians. If it had not been for that old friend who came in to help, I might have perished down the ravine back then.
So he's a benefactor then. And since Master Su is your benefactor's son, why hasn't either of you ever mentioned about this incident?
I only found out about that event after I met Her Highness.
So if you had that kind of experience, why have you not ever mentioned that to me?
I did not mean to hide it. I just chose not to talk about it. Because my old friend has already passed away, so mentioning him saddens me.
And how about your ward? How is he related to you?
He used to be a good friend. The last time I met him was many years ago.
Right. You've just been at the capital for less than 2 years, so naturally you would have friends. I do not know. All right. I shall stop asking then. That's just fine.
Do you still have doubts about me and your friend?
I trust you, Mother. And I trust Master Su. It's just that you're both hiding something. That's why I feel I'm on my own.
The path you've chosen to take can only be traveled by you alone. The higher you rise, the lonelier you will become.
In the past, I had people I could count on. An older brother who guided me, and a friend who supported me. If they were only here, I would not feel this lonely.
Jingyan. That heavy burden in your heart is something that you alone must bear. I cannot help you with that. But I believe that someday, when you look back at all this, you will know how fortunate you are. Because you have friends who have guided your way, have given you support, and have sacrificed their lives for your sake.
It's good that your toxin level is low. There's nothing to worry about. You just need to rest. I will handle everything. I'm aware of the hardships you have endured, traveling from Meiling to the capital, and then to Mount Jiwon. You braved the danger of being captured, all because you wanted to see your wife. Unfortunately, Sister Dong could not come with us here, but do not fret. As soon as we return, I will arrange for the both of you to meet. Would you like that? Just calm down. It will be fine. Even if you look different now, it will not matter to her. Sister Dong will be very happy. Seeing you alive will end her sufferings. Among the 17 generals of the Qian army, you're the only one who survived. We were brought back to life by the spirits of our fallen brothers. Father, all the officers and the soldiers of the Qian army still live on within us. So we must not never surrender. We must now fight for our brothers. We must seek justice for them. Brother Nye might not be getting enough rest. Try to observe how he moves around in the next 2 days.
Yes, I will, Chief. Chief, you don't look well. I'll get you a pill. Chief, where are they? There isn't any left. Chief.
Brother
Velio,
Su!
help Chief lie down. Quick, Velio, call Prince Jing. Hurry! Chief.
Water buffalo! Water buffalo! Water buffalo! Water buffalo, come out! Water buffalo! Come out!
What's going on?
Brother Su's sick!
Jinping, please don't tell Niwang. Keep her away.
All right, I will, Chief. What happened? He gave away all his spells, and now he needs them.
Your Highness, do not worry. I'm fine.
I'll go fetch Mother.
Brother Su! Brother Su!
Father.
What did he say? Mother.
For now, he's stable. He must be carefully watched all night. He's breathing unsteadily. He must not lie on his back.
Jingyan. Fear not.